so this is gonna be probably the most deadliest, most dangerous one. You're guaranteed to get a snap in real life. I'm gonna take my hands, thumb down, like I'm grabbing a sword, and then as I cast the sword out, oh! Hey guys, how you doing? This is Coach Tim, Guerrilla Hapkido. We're gonna take you through a walk of the evolution of the key lock all the way up to the Hap-Key Lock. Okay, so as a key lock, I gotta get his hands to come up over his face. One of the easiest ways, one of the most traditional ways in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, old school Alio Gracie style, would be you come up and you would start slapping. Even if you're not gonna make contact, as soon as you start doing this, yeah, the hands come up because no one wants to get slapped in the face. As he brings his hands back, I would just fall straight down. That way my elbow separates his hand from his head. I would turn down, staple that to the ground, drop down, come through, grab. I would act like his fingers are a paintbrush, and I would keep the paintbrush here and paint the fence. Tap, tap. That's a key lock. If I came down and it was too tight, maybe I would turn up and walk on his arms to get around. Tap. One problem or one opportunity with that is even when I get up and I push down, as soon as I start pushing down, he could ride that and he could actually hip bump me or buck and get me up. So I come down and he, oh my gosh, and I lost the technique. So one way we're gonna fix that, we're gonna actually take a little bit of connection that we learned from Alio Gracie's #1 son, Ixon Gracie, or Rickson Gracie, also known as Hickson Gracie. So the same thing, I throw up, baby, to get his hands up, but instead of me pushing my whole body down so he could just roll me, I'm gonna grab his hand as a gorilla grip from this side, and I'm gonna pull. As I pull this side, I can push, or I can actually do the other way. That way, if he tries to buck, go ahead and buck, I can still fall into a key lock. So, as I raise up and he bucks his face, no thumb, gorilla grip, gorilla grip. Now from here, I'm gonna push forward as I pull. And if he tried to buck, I would be able to still fall in to a key lock. But I lose a little bit of power because I'm still pushing off. I'm not in the center of my body. If I were to turn the center of my body over, yeah, he'd be able to ride me forward. I want to do a key lock that can finish straight down. So what we're going to do is a Hap-Key Lock. So what I mean by a Hap-Key Lock, I come up, yeah, his hands are up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna act like I'm throwing a fishing pole for a sword. I'm gonna grab, and as I pull out and pull back down, I'm gonna put my chest to his elbow, right there. I'm gonna push down, and if you try to buck, go ahead and buck, I would fall right on top of his hand. So I would grab, put it back in the center, put my belly and chest on it, bring it down, and I would make the back of his fist actually connect to the mat. Now when he bucks, I fall straight on top, pushing down the compression, using a Hapkido Lock or a Hap-Key Key Lock. So I grab it like a sword. I put it right over his shoulder because if it goes out over here, I run the risk of it falling down. I put it right over his shoulder, I put my belly on it, and I lean straight down to right here. Even if he doesn't buck, I use my whole body weight to get it. But if he bucks, go ahead. He bucks right to the compression lock, which is this. Now my buddy, my training partner, Edwin, is gonna demonstrate it in full speed.
Would this be legal in tournaments?
You can do it in tournaments, but I don't think they'll invite you back for another one. And if you're curious in learning more grappling moves that might get you uninvited to a tournament, check us out, Guerrilla Hapkido.
So what did you think about that? It was hard. That instructor, man, he really hurt my wrist. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, my mom's gonna kill me.
Word out. Oh!